All you have to do is stop in at the library, go to the circulation desk, and ask somebody for some help looking over the new system. Or you can pick up one of these sheets that tell you all the ways in which the system has changed over the past week. Located on the second floor of the Education Building, the Husky Pups Drop-In Center is available to all students during regular Education Building hours. All you have to do is stop in to take advantage of all the awesome ways in which they can provide help. Alexis Pearson, UTVS News. The They Them project, held here in the Atwood Gallery today at St. Cloud State, is one of many events that the LGBT Resource Center is hosting this week for their Out Proud Week, a week full of celebration, pride, empowerment, and solidarity. In just over a week, the St. Cloud State wrestling team will be in Cleveland, Ohio to compete for their 4th national title in the past 5 years. This team is no stranger to success. Take one step inside the wrestling room and that becomes obvious. Lining the walls are banners of all the previous Huskies who have contributed to this long-standing success. And with 9 wrestlers going to nationals, this team is ready to bring the black and red edge to Cleveland, Ohio, and a new national title home to St. Cloud.
I've learned over the past that I can push myself through almost anything.
For many students here at St. Cloud State, Student Accessibility Services plays a large role in them making it through college successfully. This week, St. Cloud State is promoting these services through Accessibility Awareness Week, and everyone can get involved.
Accessibility is everyone's responsibility, in that the more we can spread the visibility of our office and the work that we do, the more support we'll be able to provide and more access to SCSU as a whole.
Those who need these kinds of services live with what specialists in accessibility services call invisible wounds, and letting students know how they can receive help is part of what makes this week so important.
Yes, we're hosting it. We have designed the week of activities, but it's not just our department, right? And so we're trying to promote how other departments can provide access in the areas that they provide services to, how faculty can promote better accessibility within their classes.
All week, SCSU will be hosting different events to bring awareness to these services and the conditions that many people experience, including guest speakers such as the one from earlier today who shared his struggles as a war veteran trying to go to school.
Even if you have a traumatic brain injury, even if you have PTSD, even if you have something else going on in your life, you still have to find purpose or meaning in your life.
Helping students find purpose and meaning is part of what makes Student Accessibility Services so valuable to those who will use it during their time as a student. These kinds of services haven't always been available, but Dr. Jim Tuarilla says steps are being made in the right direction.
The attitude of this campus, the attitude of the professors here, the attitudes of the staff here, the Veteran Service Center, and the veterans are having much more success here, graduating and getting their degrees and learning stuff.
Make sure you stop in Atwood this week and stop at the Student Accessibility Services table behind me here and pick up some pamphlets and see what kind of services they offer, or pick up one of these sheets that tells you which events they have going on the rest of the week. Alexis Pearson, UTVS News. Although it's hard to believe with how bad the weather's been here in Minnesota, the softball season is already nearing its end. And so far, they've had a lot of success with several long win streaks throughout the season. But success doesn't come easy, although the softball team has what it takes.
Back in February, the Huskies kicked off the start of the season with a win, then losing their next game, but they would go on to win 10 straight after that. The talent on the team was obvious and the bar was set high.
I think we had a great start to the season in February. I thought we battled really well against Missouri Western, who's top 6 in the region right now. We came out a run short, but I said, hey, if we play like this, good things are going to happen.
And good things did happen. Throughout the course of their season, in their 34 wins, they have 17 wins that have come by way of a 7 or more run differential. They have shut out their opponent 9 times, and their longest win streak of the season was 12 games.
I think we're just working great as a team. We get on that field and we just have really good energy. We just play as one.
Senior pitcher Kate Kopik attributes some of her success to the confidence she has in her teammates.
It's nice, when they put the ball in play, I have a lot of confidence in the people behind me, so it makes my job a lot easier.
And this confidence will be much needed, as Coach Yu Ren believes that having success on the mound is one of the keys to finishing the season strong.
I think it starts in the circle. I think our pitching staff, we've lowered our ERA at 1 whole point. We're limiting our walks. Actually, we're the top team in the conference with limited number of walks. Our strikeouts are high, so I think we just have to continue to do what we do. We have a great pitching staff.
For the younger girls on the team, the senior leadership has also played a big role.
We all definitely look up to them. They have left such a big impact on us and just showed us what good leadership's all about and just showed us what a good teammate is.
And with only 3 seniors graduating, regardless of how the remainder of this season goes, the future looks bright. But for now, it's all about enjoying the moment.
I'm just trying to savor every moment. It's been such a good ride. Yeah, I feel lucky that I've had 4 years here, and yeah, just really trying to enjoy it.
Alexis Pearson, UTVS News.
It wasn't too long ago that we were in this very wrestling room looking ahead to the national championships as the Husky wrestling team was hoping to bring home their 4th national title in team history. Now, here we are 2 weeks later, and the Husky wrestling team are champions once again.
We need that pin, 8 seconds. Vince looking for a fall. And he got it, that's huge.
You got to remind yourself you've been training to do this day in and day out. Once that whistle blows, it's wrestling.
Wrestling, the sport that guys like Brett Velasquez have chosen to commit a large portion of their life to. The dedication, talent, and passion of the wrestlers here at St. Cloud State is a big reason why the team has just claimed its 4th national title. But contrary to what some may think, winning isn't always easy.
The season's so long and tough that no one's 100% when it comes to the end. I know coming into the last week, my wrist was bothering me, my shoulder, and a couple other things.
And for seniors like Vince, this championship will be the last addition to their collegiate wrestling resume.
It's definitely bittersweet to be done with the career, but it's definitely nice to go out with a team title.
But wrestling is only half the story. Head coach Steve Costanzo values what he calls building life champions, which means making sure his wrestlers are champions off the mat as well. And spending time with each other is how he makes that happen.
I think the best part is just being able to spend time together, collectively. We get in our hotel rooms or we go out and eat dinner together and things like that. It's just us. And a lot of times we don't even really talk about wrestling. We just talk about life.
And it's this family atmosphere that keeps these guys going.
I just love them all. I mean, that's truly the most genuine thing I could say is I just love all the guys on this team. I love all the moments that we shared, the bus rides, the grueling workouts.
And with another season in the books, the Husky wrestling team was welcomed home by a crowd more than ready to celebrate their most recent accomplishment.
We finished strong as a team, and by the time the finals were wrapped up, St. Cloud State had it wrapped up with a 16-point lead.
And as for goodbyes?
It's been fun. It's been a blessing.
Well, those are never easy.
I mean, I love this team. I'm gonna miss it.
Alexis Pearson, UTVS News.
Now we'll move on to some of my favorite stuff, the hockey stuff. So how good are the Sabres actually? They've won 10 straight. They're playing tonight against the Tampa Bay Lightning. I don't know if a lot of people expected them to play this well. They've got a lot of young guys. People kind of saw them rebuilding for a long time, but all of a sudden they're one of the best teams in the NHL. Hello and welcome back to the April 2nd edition of Huskies Weekend Recap. I'm your host, Alexis Pearson. We'll kick things off with the men's hockey team whose season ended this weekend in the first round of the NCAA tournament after a close game against American International College in Fargo, North Dakota. On Saturday, the Huskies will host the Golden Eagles for their last regular season home game. The Golden Eagles have been struggling as of late, not having won a game since mid-January.
And now, like we said, you guys have played together for a while, a lot of the ladies on this team. It's just your first season in the NWHL. Talk about kind of this experience and being a part of this historic moment in Minnesota sports history.
Hello and welcome back. Happy Monday. Happy New Year. You know the drill. This is the January 28th edition of Huskies Weekend Recap. I'm your host, Alexis Pearson. It was a busy weekend for Husky sports. Let's kick it off with the men's basketball team, who was hoping to get the good times rolling after their win against Minnesota State Mankato last weekend. The red and black scored first when Kurt Juan Evans went on a 36-yard long dash to score the Huskies' first touchdown. Northern State didn't get on the board until early in the second. Let's move on to a hot topic everybody's talking about. Tiger Woods wins for the first time in 5 years. So guys, one more time for old time's sake, is Tiger back? And 3 minutes into the first, the Badgers would get the tally. Gardner behind the net to Delaney Drake to Caitlin Schneider, who would tap it home 1-0. All right, well, thanks for joining us on this episode of Crunch Time from all of us here at Crunch Time. We'll see you next week, same time, same place.